Good morning, students. I hope you all are good. So today we are going to start next chapter, that is chapter number 4, measurement of matter. Okay. So today we will discuss many concepts. First one will be laws of chemical combination. Second will be laws of conservation of matter. Second will be laws of constant proportion. Fourth will be atomic size, atomic mass. Then chemical symbols of elements, molecules of elements and compounds, molecular mass, and concept of mole. These all topics today we will discuss. Okay. So before chapter number 4, measurement of matter, some basics I want to tell you. First of all, chemical equation I will explain you. So what is, first of all, types of chemical equation? There are two types of chemical equation. First one is word equation and second one itself chemical equation. Right? Okay. So I will explain with the help of one example. Suppose I say, write carbon plus oxygen. If you burn carbon in the presence of oxygen, it forms carbon dioxide. So how you will write? There are two ways in which you can write the same thing. If I say a carbon is burning in the oxygen, it means in the chemistry language how you will write? So you can write here carbon plus oxygen, it gives carbon dioxide. So this is the chemical equation, one type of chemical equation. But this is word equation. Since you are written in word, carbon plus oxygen, when carbon reacts with oxygen, it forms carbon dioxide. So this is called word equation. Okay, this is called word equation. And if you write word equation with the help of formulae, then that word equation is called chemical equation. We know that the symbol of carbon is C, so we can write here C. For C means carbon, oxygen, that is O2. What you done here? You did just you have written the formulae of carbon is C, symbol oxygen, that is O2. So what is the difference between these two? Here equation is written in words, but here is equation is written in the form of symbol or chemical formulae. So this will be called chemical equation and this will be called word equation. Carbon dioxide, that is CO2. So this is a chemical equation. So in chemical reaction, few things you must know. First one, listen. This is called reactant. This is called reactant. And this is called product. So in chemical reaction, reactant reacts to form products. This is called reactant and this is called products. Before arrow is called reactant and after arrow is called products. Always remember. Okay. How many reactants are there? There are two reactants. Namely, first one is carbon and second one is oxygen. How many products are there? Only one products are there. That is carbon dioxide. That is carbon dioxide. Understood? So in a chemical equation, in a chemical reaction, if there are more than two reactant, if there are two or more than two reactant, then we put plus sign in between two reactant. Understood? Similarly, if in product, if there are two products or more than two products, then we put plus sign in between two products. Okay. So One more thing. If I say in this reactant side, how many carbon atoms are there? How many carbon atoms are there? So here is only one. So only one carbon atom is here. How many oxygen atoms are there? So only two oxygen are there. How many oxygen are there? Two oxygens are there. Understood? In this product, that is in carbon dioxide, how many carbon atoms are there? So here is only one. Here is nothing. It means here is one. So only one carbon atoms are there. How many oxygen atoms are there? There are only two oxygen atoms. O2. Two oxygen atoms are there. If I write 2CO2 and if I ask how many carbon atoms are there, so what you have to do? You have to do, here is one, here is nothing. Nothing means one. 1 into 2 or 2 into 1, that is 2. Number of carbon atom is equal to 2 in this molecule. In this molecules, how many oxygen atoms are there? If you find oxygen, then what you have to do? Here is 2, here is 2 and here is 2. So you have to multiply, not addition. You have to always multiply. So 2, this 2 into this 2, it means 4. So in these molecules, including 2CO2, no need to write 1 because we don't write 1. 1 is hidden. So in these molecules, 2CO2, in 2CO2, how many carbon atoms are there? 2 carbon atoms are there. How many oxygen atoms are there? Then 2 into 2, that is 4 oxygens are there. Simply if I say this is 3. Now tell how many carbon atoms are there and how many oxygen atoms are there. So carbon atom, see here is 1. 1 into 3 or 3 into 1. So in this case 3 into 1, that is 3 carbon atoms are there present in these molecules. How many oxygen atoms are there? Here is 2, here is 3. Always multiplication. So number of oxygen atom is equal to 3 into 2, that is 6. Understood? Actually, if you want to check this equation is balanced or not, balanced, how you can say a chemical equation is balanced or not? Then you have to count number of atoms in reactant side and number of atoms in product side. If both the atoms in reactant side and product side both are equal, then that equation will be balanced. Understood? So let's check how many. This is reactant, this is reactant, this is product. Carbon atoms, how many carbon atoms are there? In reactant side, only one carbon atom is there. 1. How many oxygen atoms are there in reactant side? Here is 2. Here is 1. 1 into 2, that is 2. 1 into 2, that is 2. It means in reactant side, one carbon atom is here. One carbon atom of oxygen, carbon, and two atoms of oxygen. Similarly, you have to check in product side how many carbon are there. See, here is nothing. Here is 1, and here is also 1. 1 into 1, 1 into 1, that is 1. Oxygen. Here is 2, but here is 1. 1 into 2, always multiplication. That is O. 1. This 1 into 2. 2. See, carbon in reactant side number of carbon is 1. In product side number of carbon is 1. In reactant side oxygen is 2. Product side oxygen is 2. Both. It means number of atoms in reactant side and number of atoms in product side both are equal. That's why this chemical equation is balanced chemical equation. Okay. So this was the basics. Now come to this first topic, laws of chemical combination. Laws of chemical combination. So okay, I will explain laws of chemical combination from this example. Okay, what is laws of chemical combination? So the laws of chemical combination is the total number of atoms in reactant is equal to total number of atoms in product. It means number of atoms taking part in any chemical reaction is equal to number of atoms in the product formed. So laws of chemical combination. Okay. So this is related to total number of atoms present in the reactant side and product side. So the law of chemical combination is, see, in the reactant side total number of atoms is equal to how much? 3. One atom of carbon and 2 atom of oxygen. 2 plus 1 plus 2 is equal to 3, and total number of atoms in the product side is equal to 1 carbon atom or 2 oxygen atom. 1 plus 2, that is equal to 3. So according to law of chemical combination, the total number of atoms present in the reactant side is equal to total number of atoms present in the product side. This is called law of chemical combination. Second is law of conservation of matter. This is related to total mass in the total weight of the reactant and total weight of the product. So according to law of conservation of matter, the total weight present in the reactant is equal to total weight present in the product. So this is called law of conservation of matter. So I read the exact statement that is given in your textbook. What is law of conservation of matter? In a chemical reaction, the total weight of the reactants is same as the total weight of the product. Total weight of the reactant is equal to how much? In this case 44, and the total weight of the product is equal to 44. Okay. So again, the total weight is equal to in the chemical reaction, the total weight of the reactant is same as the total weight of the product. You can see here. So if you want to find total weight of the reactant, then how we will find carbon? See, the atomic mass of carbon is 1, that is given in your textbook. Atomic mass of carbon is 12, atomic mass of oxygen is 16. So here is 1 carbon, so atomic mass 1 into 12, that is 12. And here is 2 oxygen, then 2 into atomic mass of 1 atom hydrogen oxygen atom is 16. So 2 into 16, that is equal to 32. Here atomic mass of carbon is equal to, the number of carbon is 1, and atomic mass of 1 carbon atom is 12. 1 into 12, that is equal to 12. Atomic mass of oxygen is equal to, here is 2 oxygen is here. Here is 2 oxygen is here. Then 2 into atomic mass of 1 oxygen is 16. So 2 into 16, that is equal to 32. 12 plus 32, that is equal to 44. 12 plus 32, that is equal to 44. Okay. Now laws of constant proportion. Laws of constant proportion. So first of all, I will give you examples. With the help of example, I will explain you what is law of constant proportion. So I have taken here 2 compounds, 2 molecules, CO2, and the second one is H2O. So in case of CO2, one side I have written carbon and second side I have written oxygen. So if you want to find atomic mass of carbon, then 1 into 12, that is 12. Atomic mass of carbon is equal to 1 atom of carbon is here. 1 into atomic mass of carbon is 12. 1 into 12, that is equal to 12. Oxygen, here is 2 oxygen. Then 2 into atomic mass of oxygen is 16. Atomic mass of 1 oxygen atom is 16. 2 into 16, that is equal to 32. 6 1 ja 12. 16 2 ja 3 2 ja 8 2 ja. It means if you want to make carbon dioxide in the universe, in that carbon dioxide, the ratio of carbon the ratio of carbon and oxygen will be equal in the ratio 3:8 by weight. This is by weight because here you found atomic mass, atomic weight. Okay. In case of H2O, if you want to find ratio of atomic mass or weight, then in this case 2 hydrogen is here and the atomic mass of hydrogen is 1. 2 into 1, that is equal to 2. Oxygen is 1. 1 into 16, that is equal to 16. 2 1 ja, 2 8 ja. It means 1:8. If you want to make water, in that case, the ratio of hydrogen and oxygen will be in the ratio 1:8 by weight. So if I ask what are the constituent elements of carbon dioxide, the constituent element will be carbon and oxygen. In these molecules, in this compound, if I ask what is the constituent elements of this molecules H2O, the constituent elements of H2O, that is water, is hydrogen and oxygen. If I take calcium carbonate CaCO3 and if I ask what are the constituent elements of calcium carbonate, you will say Ca means calcium, carbon and oxygen. Now proper definition of law of constant proportion is, it is given in the textbook. The proportion by weight of the constituent element in the various sample of a compound is fixed. It is the constituents of the proportion by weight of the constituent elements in the various samples of a compound is fixed. So okay, so this was law of constant proportion. Now next topic is atomic size. So atomic size. Before atomic size, I have written here two atoms, hydrogen and lithium. The symbol of hydrogen is H. This one indicates atomic number. Then this one represents atomic mass number. So lithium, okay. Lithium, atomic number, sodium, not lithium, sodium symbol Na. This one represents atomic number and 23 here will represent atomic mass number. So in case of hydrogen, there is one atomic number is 1. It means there is only one proton. Always remember, in case of hydrogen, there is no any neutrons in the nucleus. This is the nucleus of the protons of the hydrogen, in which there is only one protons. This is the shell or orbit. Here is only one electrons. It means in case of hydrogen atoms, there is only one proton and one electrons are there. In case of sodium, atomic number is 11. So if you want to write electronic configuration of sodium, then that will be equal to, okay, electronic configuration I will explain you later, okay. So always remember, in case of sodium, this is the nucleus. In the nucleus, there is protons and neutrons. There are total 11 protons. And 12 neutrons are there in the nucleus. Apart from nucleus, other part is called extranuclear part. This is nucleus, and apart from this nucleus, other part is known as extranuclear part, in which electrons revolve in the orbit. In case of sodium, this is nucleus, and this I am making extranuclear part. In extranuclear part, there are shell orbits in which electrons are revolving. This is first orbit. In first orbit, always remember, in case of sodium, in first orbit there are 2 electrons. They are revolving around the nucleus. In second orbit, there are 8 electrons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And in the last orbit, there is only 1 electrons. Okay. So atomic size is what is atomic size? So atomic size, before atomic size, first of all you have to understand atomic radius. What is atomic radius? Distance between nucleus and their outermost shell is known as atomic radius. Distance between nucleus and the outermost shell, outermost means outermost, last one, this is known as atomic radius. Okay, this is represented in nanometer. Okay, atomic size, atomic radius is represented in nanometer, and the atomic size of hydrogen is 10 raised to 1 nanometer. Atomic size of hydrogen is R. R is the radius. Say R. Atomic size of radius is 1 nm. 1 nm means 1 nanometer, and 1 nanometer means 1 nanometer is equal to 10 raised to 1 nanometer is equal to 1 upon 10 raised to 9 meter. This is nanometer, and 1 nanometer is equal to 1 upon, if you want to convert nanometer into meter, then 1 upon 10 raised to 9. This will be equal to 10 raised to 9 meter. Therefore, the radius of hydrogen atom is equal to 10 raised to minus 9 meter. Okay, of course this will be greater than hydrogen atoms. Okay, the size of an atom is determined by its radius. The atomic radius of an isolated atom is the distance between nucleus of the atom, distance between nucleus of the atoms and the outermost orbit is known as atomic radius. Atomic radius is expressed in nanometer, that I have explained you. Now, the mass of an atom. Next topic is atomic mass. Atomic mass of an atom. Listen, if you want to find atomic mass of an atom, then simply you have to add number of protons and number of neutrons. Then you will get atomic mass. Because we ignore the mass of electrons, because as compared to protons and neutrons, electrons have very less mass. As compared to mass of protons and neutrons, the mass of electron is very less. So that's why we can ignore the mass of electrons. So if you ignore the mass of electrons, there is only mass of nucleus. There is only mass of the, due to the mass. If any atom have atomic mass, it means that atoms have atomic mass due to the nucleus only. If electrons haven't mass, there is no any mass. There is mass, but they are very less as compared to protons and neutrons. That's why we ignore the mass of electrons. Actually, the mass of electron is 1 upon 1840 times of protons, the mass of the proton. This is the mass of electron, 1 electron. Okay, 1 upon 1840. This is very small as compared to protons. That's why we ignore the mass of electrons. So therefore, any atoms have mass due to the mass of protons plus neutron, or due to the mass of only nucleus. Okay, the mass of the atoms is concentrated in the nucleus, and it is due to the mass of protons and neutrons in it. The number of protons and neutrons is the atomic nucleus is called atomic mass number. Of course, the mass of the protons and neutrons is called atomic mass number. Protons and neutrons together, protons plus neutrons together, this is called nucleons. Okay, page number 49, elements are given, and if you want to see this one, elements and atomic mass. Elements: hydrogen atomic mass 1, helium atomic mass 2, 4, lithium 7, beryllium. So you can read this. Now we express atomic mass. Listen. If we say atomic mass of sodium, this is atomic mass, atomic number. So atomic mass is of sodium. If we say atomic mass of Na atom is equal to 23. Its unit will be, you have to write a 23 U. U represent Dalton. U represent Dalton, okay? And U represent, U is the, we can say, unified mass. And now it has been accepted the unit of atomic mass. U is the unified mass and it is called Dalton. This is called atomic mass of sodium is, we write 23 U, and U is the unified mass, okay? And it is known as Dalton. And one Dalton is equal to 1.66053 into 10 raised to minus 27 kg. Okay? So if you want to find atomic mass, then you have to write 23 U. But generally we write 23 only. Atomic mass of sodium is 23. 23 what? 23 unified mass or 23 Dalton. Okay? Now next topic is chemical symbols of elements. Chemical symbols of elements. Initially, the symbol of the different elements have different symbols. So it was very difficult. It is very difficult to remember, because in the beginning, like if you make a circle and if you put here a dot, this is a symbol of hydrogen in the beginning. And if you want to write copper, so what you have to do, a circle and write C. This became copper. So it became very difficult. You can't remember all the elements. Because you will confuse. So now we write the name of the elements in IUPAC name. According to IUPAC means, what is the full form of IUPAC? The full form of IUPAC is International Union of Pure and Applied Chemistry. Okay? According to this, how we write name of, how we write symbol of the elements? How we write chemical symbol of the elements? According to IUPAC, we use, if you want to write chemical name, so if you want to write chemical symbol of element, then we prefer either first letter or first and third or first and second. First letter is always capital. For example, sodium. The symbol of sodium is Na. Don't say sodium. The symbol of sodium is Sd. Actually, in Latin word, sodium starts from Na. Okay. So Na is the Latin words. For example, if I write magnesium, ignore this, I will take other examples. Calcium. So we prefer, if you want to write chemical symbol of element, so calcium we will write first letter always capital, so we will take C, and second letter Ca. Now this is the symbol of calcium. For example, carbon. So I have already told you, if you want to write symbol of the elements, then we prefer first letter or first and second letter or first and third letter. In case of carbon, we take only first letter, and first letter is always capital. So write C. C is the symbol of carbon. Magnesium. First letter always capital. Here we take first and most prominent letter, that is Mg. The symbol of calcium will be Mg. Understood? So this in IUPAC name system we prefer either first letter, first or second letter, or first and third letter. First letter we always take as a capital letter. Okay? Molecules of the elements and compounds. Next topic is molecules of elements and compounds. Okay, tell me one thing. If I write here N2, and if I write here CaO, what is the difference between these two? N2, here is two atoms, and here is also two atoms. But in this case, both the atoms are same, but here both the atoms are different. So this is called elements of compound. This is called elements of compound, and this is called elements, simply elements. Nitrogen N2 is the element, but this is called, since there are two atoms, two or more than two atoms, that is called elements of compound. Okay. Then molecular mass and mole concept. Molecular mass. Okay. Okay. If I write, I have written here N2, O2, CaO. Calcium carbon, CaCO3. Listen, there are two atoms. That's why this is called diatomic molecule. This is called diatomic. Okay, this is diatomic molecules. Two atoms are there, diatomic molecules. Two atoms are there, diatomic molecules. If there are more than two atoms, if in any compounds or if in any molecules, if there are more than two elements or two atoms, then that is called polyatomic. It is called polyatomic molecules. This is polyatomic molecules. Why this is called polyatomic molecules? The reason is there are more than two elements. This is three elements: calcium, carbon, and oxygen. So this is called polyatomic molecules. Now molecular mass. molecular mass. Molecular mass. For example, if I say find molecular mass of following compound. Just a second. Just a second. Find molecular mass of given compounds. First one is carbon dioxide, CO2. Second one is H2O. Third one is H2SO4. Fourth one is MgO, magnesium oxide. Fifth one is NaOH, sodium hydroxide, NaOH. Sixth one is sodium bicarbonate, NaHCO3. So I will explain you only one. Rest will be homework for you. So sixth one, molecular mass of NaHCO3. So how you will find molecular mass of the compound or molecules? See, here is Na means sodium. So here is only one sodium. So write here 1 into the atomic mass of sodium is, students, you can see in the table. One table is given in your textbook. So you can page number 49. Page number 49. Page number 49. Sodium, atomic mass of sodium is 23. So at 23, you have to put here, give here a positive sign, plus sign. Here hydrogen is 1. Now multiplication. In two atoms, in between two atoms, sodium and hydrogen, you have to put plus sign. Again, between hydrogen and carbon, you have to put plus sign. If you in between carbon and oxygen, put plus sign, give plus sign. Okay? So sodium 1 into 23, hydrogen plus sign, because now I am writing for hydrogen. So plus sign here, this plus sign. Hydrogen, here is only 1. So write 1 into. Now atomic mass of hydrogen is, that is 1. That is given in your textbook. Hydrogen is 1. Write plus sign, because in between hydrogen and carbon, put plus sign. Put plus sign. Here is only one carbon. See, nothing is here. It means 1. Then 1 into. Why I am writing into? The atomic mass of carbon is 12. You can check in the table number 49. 12. In between carbon and hydrogen, put plus sign. Number of oxygen atom is 3. 3 into atomic mass of oxygen is 16. So write here 16. Okay. Now you add 23 plus 1, 23 plus 1 into 1, 1 plus 12 1 the 12 plus 16 3 the 48. How much this is? 8 plus 2, 10. You can write it 0, 1, 10, 11, 14, carry 1, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Just a second. 8 plus 2, 10. 10 plus 8 plus 2, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14. Carry 1. 4 plus 1, 5. 5, 5, 6, 7 and 8. 84. 84 unit. U means unit. Oh sorry. 84 U means Dalton. Okay. 84 write here U. If you don't write U, that is wrong. 84 U. So therefore the atomic mass of sodium bicarbonate is equal to 84. One more example I will take. Third number. Third number, that is H2SO4. Number of hydrogen atom is 2. So write here 2 into number of atomic mass of hydrogen is 1. So write here 1. Now plus, we will plus sign. Number of sulfur here is 1, only 1 into the atomic mass of sulfur is 32. That is given in your textbook. Here in between sulfur and oxygen, again plus sign. Oxygen atom is 4. That is 4 into the atomic mass of one oxygen atom is, that is given in your textbook, page number 49. That is 16. So this will be equal to 2 plus 32 plus 64. This will be equal to how much? 4 plus 2, 6. 8. 98 U means Dalton. Okay, Dalton. Okay, so this will be homework. This is homework for you. This is homework for you. Homework for you. This is homework for you. Okay. Concept of mole. Now next topic is concept of mole. Okay, I will do this concept in the next lecture due to the length of the videos. Thank you so much.